good morning. It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, Don Weld, back with us. Wearing that hat today, not Alzheimer's hat. Although, real quick, you guys recently had your Alzheimer's walk just a week or so ago.
Yeah, that was last Saturday.
Good turnout, good amount of money raised, and everything.
I think there was an article in the paper about it. Excellent turnout, and I want to thank the public for supporting us for that. That was really nice.
One of these years, at one of these walks, they're going to say, "We got it." You know, we found the cure. We found the treatment to help people, reverse.
We're looking for that white flower.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah,
like they're making great strides, and I think I'm thinking a few more years of research and money development, and money and all that being poured into the research will bear some good fruit here.
We will do that. So. Yes, we're looking there.
But let's turn our attention to Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. Of course, speaking of other busy events, they just had Dragonfly Festival a few weeks ago. First regular Dragonfly Festival in a couple of years. And sounds like everything I heard and saw, another great event. Lots of people came out. Everybody had a good time. And
we had a great time. and it's a full, it was full. We went right up to our capacity. We didn't know that it was going to do that much. Yeah. But we're glad to have it.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next year too.
Good deal. So people, and to be honest, you don't have to wait till next Dragonfly Festival to come out to Bitter Lake Wildlife.
Every day we're open.
Exactly.
The nature store is now open Monday through Saturday.
Okay, 6 days a week now.
6 days a week, 9 to 4. We what happens is that we have volunteers who come in. We call them RVers.
Okay.
And they come in and spend the time right on site.
Okay.
They live on
they're
site.
Almost like a groundskeeper for a little bit there. Not in terms of doing like yard work, but as far as running the store and making sure everything's secure around the store and around the entrance area and where people kind of hang out there before they go off to the trails. And
they do go out on the trails sometimes just to make sure, pick up the trash and whatnot.
Sure.
Unfortunately, there's still people who.
Some people,
don't let their, shouldn't
bring their bottles of water with them and leave them there.
That's right. When I used to travel or do a lot of hiking and camping, you always had that little saying, carry in, carry out.
Yep. It was always when I was in the Scouts.
Yep.
The rule of thumb was always leave a place nicer than you found it.
There you go.
That was
it.
So whenever we camped or whatever, you left it better than the condition it was when you got there.
Yep.
So there is that mindset. But so please use that same mindset when you do walk the trails. We love and encourage you to come out and see all the beautiful trails and wildlife and everything that's there. But remember, that's their house, not yours.
Right.
So please treat their house with respect.
Now the Oxbow Trail, the trail that's furthest south of the main refuge, that trail was a 3-mile walk, a big loop.
Okay.
It is still in disrepair from the floods that we had earlier.
So not safe for.
It's going to take a while before they can build that trail back up to where it's safe to walk on. So keep that in mind. The rest of the trails are open. We have a bird blind that's open now.
Yeah, that was something they worked on heavily during COVID.
We did, and we got it all open. It's ADA compliant.
Nice.
You can actually get wheelchairs all the way up to the bird blind.
So
it makes a nice view in both directions.
So folks with limited abilities like that, please don't let that be your obstacle from coming out to Bitter Lake. We can accommodate.
In fact, Commander Lee from Post 61 actually took that ride.
He is was he the tester of the?
Yes. So we got that in there, and that's looking good. The cranes are there. I'm sure that people have been hearing
they're
them
in town
and seeing them.
Yeah,
they're flying around. So we got cranes out here. We got the geese. The Canada geese are also in landing and coming in. This is when they're starting to get our biggest.
So this is kind of the heavy. Now we're getting into the heavy visitation, or
right.
In essence, the cranes are migrating for the winter here.
Correct.
And as we joke about every time, which is it's a joke, but it really is Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge is in essence a pilot flying J for these
You got
folks.
it.
And they come in and get watered and fed and rest up as they continue on their journey
Most
to
of them
warmer
go
climates.
on down as far south as the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
But there are now the geese like to stay here. We get geese here more than we do the cranes.
Okay.
But the cranes, for the most part, we'll see a peak. We've seen as many as 25,000 at one time.
Wow.
But that's, and then they move on. We do get a core group that stays here for the winter. But for the most part, they move on.
They must come from like farther north and thinking, no, it's warm enough here.
Yeah, that could be. They're up in Siberia.
Yeah.
So, in fact, one year we had these are lesser cranes. They had a larger. Oh, what's the name of that crane? Oh, Steve would tell me right away. But it's a different variety of the same thing. And it must have been a storm or something. He got blown off course, wound up with the cranes that come down here, the sandhills, and just stayed with them for the winter.
Okay.
And he was a much bigger, you could spot him like that because he was much bigger and went back
And I'm guessing
in the spring. And
the flock lets them hang out and invites them in, and they're good with it. So
no
interesting.
problem. It was
You ever
neat.
wonder though if they get back with his own tribe there or
Well,
whatever?
when they left in the spring, he went back.
I guess
up.
go back to the same place.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
then
like,
he went
hey,
back up to where
where
he
you
was wanted
been?
to be.
I
Yeah.
lost you. I took a
Yeah.
left at Albuquerque, like
Yeah,
Bugs
there
Bunny.
you go. You got it. But he made it back, I
Right.
guess. We never saw him again. So
He was just a one-time deal,
Yeah.
one-time visit.
yeah,
Man. So
like me, like the world travel.
yeah, exactly. But folks, coming up here is an event. I mean, now, like we said, you come out any day to kind of look at the cranes right now while they're parked
Certainly.
here and visiting. But it's this Saturday, right? Or is it next Saturday?
No, the Cranes and Cocoa
Yeah.
is actually the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, so it's still in a month away. I was
Yeah.
thinking it was coming up here.
Yeah, no, we got
I was
another
thinking it was
month.
right around the corner.
Yeah,
for some reason.
it'll be the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, so we're about a month away.
And come out about 3 o'clock in 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Have a cup of cocoa with us and a couple of cookies. And, well, I won't be there, but we'll have a cup of cocoa. There'll be a little talk. As I understand it, Jim Montgomery will come down and do his crane talk.
Okay.
He likes to do that, and he's very well versed on the cranes. So he'll do this little talk, and then just before sunset, we'll do a little caravan and drive out around. Everybody drive out there, and we'll watch the cranes come in. What the cranes do is during the day, they leave the refuge, go around to the fields, and eat bugs and things like that, and insects and things that are damaging the crops.
Sure.
They're
So-
out there taking care of
So
the
they're
crops.
an asset to our community.
They
here.
very definitely
They
are.
earn their keep while they're staying
They
here.
do, yeah, they do, and they get rid of most of that bugs and stuff for us. And
we all know when it gets buggy around here, and I'll be very thankful for these cranes to
you know it,
fatten up their bellies.
yeah. And then they'll come back to the refuge in the evening and spend the night.
Nice.
So
Good deal.
and that's what we look
So
for.
please come out. That mark it on your calendars. That Saturday after Thanksgiving. Of course, you're going to be spending time with family that Thursday. Probably up at Dark 30 shopping on Friday.
There you go.
And so Saturday, you're probably maybe had your fill of people. So come and spend time with
Yep.
cranes.
That will be the 26th.
Okay. And of course,
November.
I'd say it's quiet and everything, and which is true, but they are cranes. They tend to squawk and hawk and make noises, but certainly it's going to be much more peaceful than the city hustling, bustling, and shopping and crowded stores and all that stuff. So
They squawk like that to communicate with each other. It's like, okay, let's go over here now.
Okay.
No, let's go down there. Now, everybody get together. A lot of this that they do here, they have new young that they just fledged out in Canada or in Siberia or wherever up north. They fly down here. This is their first trip, and the parents all are training them how to fly in a group.
Gotcha.
Because that group flying, the way they fly only puts pressure on the front guy.
Got ya.
And then he'll move off and another one will take over for a while. So it only...
Think of it like NASCAR drafting in cars. And,
there you go.
They're using the Gulf Stream to their advantage. And so you look at an airplane and how an airplane's designed that way to fly. In essence, the cranes and everything are doing a formation to protect the flock.
That's right. And keep them
so that the winds
nobody wears out that much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
It is.
And so to see the kind of the evolution of the young learning because I'm guessing next season they're the ones that are going to be the lead ducks.
That's right.
Or lead cranes here. Yeah. So absolutely.
They have to work their way up the hierarchy, and in a couple of years they've got parents. They'll be the parents and guiding their kids.
You know how we'll teach the kids about all this? We'll make a Disney Pixar movie about it.
There you go.
If we do that, then everyone's going to be an expert on cranes all
there
of a
sudden.
You
go. and the geese do pretty much the same thing.
Sure. I'm guessing that's probably common across all the migratory birds.
It is.
They kind of all, maybe they have different formations and things, but the concept of what they're doing is the same, Yeah. Because, all birds aren't created equal. Some birds are more proficient at this than other birds that, so the bigger, larger birds can probably handle turbulence and the things that when they get up at certain altitudes and things, where a smaller bird probably gets, knocked around a little bit when that happens. So just stuff like that, But anyway, so mark November 26th. What time is everything getting underway for?
About 2 o'clock.
About 2 p.m. Officially, I think everything will kind of start at 3-ish, but get there about 2 to get your cocoa and get settled in and all that good stuff.
Look around the nature store.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful panoramic view from the nature store, too. So.
And I would love to encourage you to shop that store. That store supports Bitter Lake. That's what it is. It's run by the Friends of Bitter Lake. All the money that's raised from it goes back to programs and conservation projects and everything that's part of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. That store supports that. So please come in there. They got great gift ideas. Sure, if you want T-shirts and things, but if you're looking for books, educational materials and things like that, or just gee whiz information stuff, that store's got a lot of stuff that'll
T-shirts.
Yeah, but like I said, you want hats and T-shirts and the
I got my T-shirt.
Show your support. Please purchase. But all that goes back to preserving that refuge.
That's exactly what it's for. That is the support for things like Dragonfly Festival, Cranes and Cocoa.
Yeah.
See, we don't charge for any of this.
Yeah, it's all
free. So, but we have to pay for it somehow, and that's where the nature store, donations, things of that nature. And then next year we're going to be doing the butterfly trail in the spring. We got to go out and clean it up, put down some plants for the butterflies.
Nice. And that's what you're supporting by buying T-shirts and books and puzzles and things like that, and all kinds.
And we'll let you know next spring when we need help. Doing the cleanup and the butterfly trail. And
could always use a few more good strong backs out there to work. So.
Yeah, we got a lot of junk to move out, and
don't forget, with the holidays around the corner, probably find some pretty cool gift ideas out there too. Toys for kids and things like that, to mementos, keepsakes for maybe out of town. If you're looking for some New Mexico type things for out of town friends and family, you'll find great gifts there.
For the ladies, they have great earrings.
Okay, fellas.
Some of the fellas might want clothes.
Well, I was going to say fellas for gifts to buy them. Keep you out of trouble, or buy a pair and keep it handy for when next time you're in the doghouse, and then you can pull them out.
There you go. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good deal, man.
If anybody has any questions about anything we're talking about here, if you go online to friendsofbitterlake.org, that website, you can do a lot of research on your own and learn things about Friends of Bitter Lake, some of their upcoming events and things like that. If someone had to call the store or anything is there a number they can call? I know, like you said, like they're 9 to 4 Monday through Saturday now here, but
you want to go to 575-244-6256.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then of course, look for the Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge on Facebook as well, and you can always shoot questions.
There you go.
And Steve or Don or someone will get those answered for you.
Yeah.
So, good deal. Well, thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'll see
Thank
you. I think I'll see you here pretty soon if I don't see you
few
Saturday.
hours tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight too. So,
Well, I don't know if you're going to be there tonight.
oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's, what is today? I was thinking maybe next. Yeah, that's next
This
week.
is a Thursday, but this is not our meeting.
Yeah,
night.
that's next week.
Yeah. Next week's our meeting night.
Well, thank you, Don, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
All right.